have been down this stretch of highway more in the last 2 years.
It's so boring.
There just ain't nothing out here.
No. I'm looking to pull over and try to find a good movie somewhere so that I can watch it.
Yeah, we need to hit a Love's truck stop for sure.
Yeah.
But we spent all day getting our asses kicked in golf, which is bad enough. Now we have a 15-hour drive ahead of us.
Yes. So it's not really a secret that we've been wanting to, put a motor in my donk and try out how well we can power management on a 26-inch wheel.
And going to that race a couple weeks ago really kicked this one into high gear.
Well, yeah, it did, because we feel like we can do well. We feel like we can power management pretty good, and we feel like we can build a car to be competitive. We have built cars to be competitive in other things before. We're not gonna full-time go donk race, but we'd like to hit, 2. Let's just call it 2.
Yeah.
We'd like to hit 2 big races a year, and maybe more depending on our schedule and things like that. So we went and picked the motor up. Everybody saw that video. We went down to Texas Speed. We picked up that LSX 427. We have turbos. We got to holler at Rossler and get, turbo 400-ish type transmission-ish. Quick performance rear end. I could go over the whole list of parts. QA1 suspension, just like this on mine.
Race part solution, just like every other race car that we have.
That's right. So we won't get into all that right now because we don't actually have a car. And we do have a car though. But
it's a really nice car.
Man, I like my donk. I really like my donk. And we took the donk from the idle. Let's call it idle side of the shop.
Storage.
The storage side of the shop.
Yeah,
the idle side that is not getting worked on. And we take my drivable, proven
mint condition.
Drove it from Oklahoma to Florida and back to Oklahoma donk. Okay? I love this car. I love the baby blue. I love the white interior. I love everything except the engine in the car. And that's why we called Texas Speed, and we're going to change that out. Well, I'm cool with having a fast-ish car. I want more than that in a donk. I want to go out and I want to run with the big dogs.
Yep.
And we do not by any means think that this is going to be easy. Those guys have been doing it for a long time. They've got a leg up on us. They know what they're doing. They got this shit figured out. With that being said, we're pretty fucking smart.
Yep.
We can bring areas of our race cars into play.
For sure.
Some things that maybe people haven't really thought about. It's tough to really go into a whole bunch of shit right now because we're really just going to have to look the car over, see what can be done. I see a lot of cars out there. It's got a lot of power, and it reminds me of the way that we used to be. That's not always the best thing. Yeah, you got 2,500 horsepower, but how much can you actually put down on that 26-inch tire that has a sidewall this tall? I'm thinking 1,500-ish tops. So that means we're going to have about 2,000.
Yeah. That's a nice round number. Nice round number.
At the end of the day, I always feel like you should have more power than what you need.
Well, yeah, you always turn it down a little.
What if you need it?
Yeah.
What if we do the stuff to this car that we believe is going to set us apart, and then it can actually take that much more power? Then we don't want to go backwards.
Yep.
So I'm the smartest person in the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a curse. Because when I walk in a room, I look around, I go, man, I'm the smartest motherfucker in here, you know? Most of the time I think I'm the fastest motherfucker in here. You know, whether or not, you know, I know there's people out there that can outrun me, and I'm joking saying all that, but I do believe that I bring some smarts to the table and can see, how do you put it, man, flaws. I see flaws in some things.
There's still advantages to be taken with the parts and technology that are available.
Yes.
So
and there is, even in my stuff, even with me saying this stuff, there are people who can do the same thing with my cars.
oh yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yep.
Sometimes it's better to get somebody from the outside looking in to help you see what you're missing.
For sure. For sure. Sometimes, I mean, like even with you and me, you know, you think way more deeper about the shit than I do sometimes, and sometimes I'll just mention something simple that makes something else click, or vice versa,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, because sometimes it's not a deep-rooted problem that is, it takes all this thinking about. Sometimes it's just something as simple as, hey man, let's put another pound of air in the tires.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things that are in that same category. And I feel like we can bring something to the game. Putting it like that. Because
We ain't gonna get into it just for fun.
I can't really talk a whole lot of shit, man, because I don't know if I can do it. This is all in my head right now. These guys have been out doing it, and I've said it before. I in no way, shape, or form think those guys are dumb. They're doing the thing, and their cars are impressive.
They are. I mean, at the end of the day, we watched a dude yank both front tires on a 26-inch wheel.
Yes. And it ain't no lightweight car.
I mean, that shit happened. I watched it.
I know. You know, and he fucking went A to B, and it wasn't slow.
No, not at all.
And we know what kind of power his car makes, and it wasn't even close. The car makes a lot more power.
For sure.
And I even walked up, and we're talking about CAD. We're talking about Blue Magic
Blue
here,
Magic,
guys.
yeah.
Blue Magic's a buddy of ours. This dude goes out there, flops his dick out, goes A to B, and makes the fastest pass of the weekend. That's fair, right? That's fair to say.
No, it's
Because that's what
100%
happened.
fair to say. After he showed up late, he just showed up, went out there, flopped it out, and said, "Here, look at this."
He showed up and said, "I'm ready."
Yeah, excuse me while I whip this out.
Hey, you know what? And he was ready.
Yep.
So, with that being said, I looked at that pass. I have that pass on my phone. I have watched that pass a bunch. I told him right then and there, God damn, man, it looked like it could take more. And he even said, oh yeah, no, it can. He was like, that's one of my lightest tune-ups. So, we could possibly be wrong with our numbers, what we think. But, I do understand, and it's taken me a lot of years to realize this, because we fucked around with the OG Murder Nova for years, having way more power than everybody else, and a shittier chassis. So, with that being said, chassis evolved, and people got more power. The people that started out running me with the OG Murder Nova didn't have more power than me. They had better chassis than I had. It took us years upon years to realize, I mean, we built a new car because of it.
Full-blown new car.
Full-blown new car, because there's only so much that you can put down until you get a better chassis. Once you get a better chassis, you know, and we're not talking about double frame rail and some don't.
No.
We're not talking about that. We're just talking about taking some of what our knowledge, some of what we have learned fighting with our cars, and bringing it to the donk game. So, with that being said, I couldn't having the big fucking badass stereo system in the trunk of the car. I don't want to lose all that.
So we have a lot of subscribers that the donk isn't necessarily their thing. So let me explain something to you guys. Whenever Shawn talked about getting his first one, the Red 72 that you've seen the videos of that we drove back from Florida, I wasn't totally sold on it. Like, I don't know, wasn't a big convertible fan, wasn't, big fan of the big boat car. Man, we dropped down in Tampa.
Good thing you never told me that.
We dropped down in Tampa and put the top down in that thing and hit the highway with the music blaring, and I had to have one. Like, that's one of the coolest experiences ever, is to be cruising in one of those big ass cars on those big ass wheels with the top down, with the stereo just as loud as it will possibly go, and just nothing else matters in life.
Wow.
Like, it's the most relaxing, not to mention the cars are the most comfortable riding cars ever. It's like riding on a couch going down the highway.
Yes.
And so
It's
like,
just
don't
cool,
knock
man.
it till you try it, basically.
You can't explain that experience, and I don't want to lose that experience. I don't want to lose the ability to do that with my car. With all that being said, donks are getting hard to find.
Oh,
Very hard to find. So yet again, we are headed to Florida.
To the East Coast we go. Everything, like, every time we go to the East Coast, we go, man, we need to get out of California or something. And then back to the East Coast we go.
But look, trust me, I promise you guys, I have been nonstop looking. I've been nonstop looking for a vert, and I'm going to change it up a little bit with this one. I found 3 of them, and there is a certain one that I want. To most people, they all look the same.
Yeah.
Let's just clarify this real quick. A donk is not a car with big wheels.
No.
Rims, whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, guys, just to let y'all know, they're wheels.
They are
Rims are on basketball goals. A donk can be bone stock.
Just like the 4-door
72
Caprice.
4-door that we have at our house is a donk. 1971 Caprice Impala. All the way through 1976, Caprice Impala is a donk.
Whether it's a 4-door, a 2-door, a vert, or a wagon,
Doesn't matter.
it's all a donk.
Doesn't matter. Man, I always forget we got a wagon.
Yeah.
Our wagon is a donk also.
Yep.
So, and a lot of people, I'm on a whole lot of donk pages, and that question gets brought up at least 3 times a week, and it is a great read.
Is my 76 Electra a donk?
Man, look, I got Oldsmobile Cutlass. Is the 72, is that a donk? And to hear the people who are passionate about this get upset and let everybody know, no, it's not.
Man, who let this guy in?
Yeah. It's amusing to me. I really enjoy it. I really like reading that stuff. It makes me laugh because I, at one point in time, would see a car jacked up with big wheels on it and thought, man, why they do that? Why they donk them cars out like that? That's not, that ain't even a term.
No.
So, without getting into all that, I love my donk. You call it whatever you want. If it's your car and you have a slab or you have a Cadillac and you want to call that thing a donk, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Floats your boat,
but just know it ain't no donk.
Yeah.
But anyways, look, it's your shit. You call it whatever you want to call it. I read every day about people shitting on other people about calling their cars donks and stuff just because they got big wheels. It makes me laugh. I enjoy it. But with that being said, I love my car. I love my Caprice. My Caprice is a 75, and I don't want to make it to where it's not enjoyable anymore. And that's what I tend to do. I tend to take cars and go, and Aaron always tells me, well, why are you going to run this car? I'm, no, I'm not going to run it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a blower on it. And then the next thing you know, man, you got to change everything in the back to get the 15-inch bead locks on that deal, because after you put a blower on, man, it's got to have Bogarts on it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
100%.
So then once you get the Bogarts, fuck, it's gonna hook after that, and then that transmission's junk.
Yep.
You gotta change that fucking transmission. So after you change that transmission, your fucking rear end is blowing up. Then you gotta call Quick Performance.
Yep.
So, and that's how it goes. That's how it starts.
It's a very slippery slope.
It is, and it's one of them things that I've done it so many times and said, no, I'm not gonna do this. And then eventually that's where you get anyways. And I know everybody out there watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about because you guys are no different.
They're morons just like us.
Yes. You morons do the same stuff that we do. So, with that being said, I have learned a little bit, and I thought, why not just start with another car? Why ruin what I absolutely love? And I have a tough time saying ruin, because I'm not ruining it, but I'm taking away what I really enjoy about
Just
the car.
Jumping in that car and rolling.
Yes. I'm still going to enjoy this new car that I can't drive around if it's fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the game, the big wheel racing game has evolved the same way our street racing has evolved. At first, it was gotta have music, gotta be 26s, gotta have full interior. All that shit is out the window now. Those cars don't have music in them anymore. Some of them, man, don't have interior at all.
No.
We're not gonna go that far because I'm still gonna have a full bench seat, full back seat. It's gonna have the original dash. It's still gonna have door panels. I'm not real sure if this car is power window or not. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's what it's gonna have.
Yeah.
It's gonna have door panels and all that stuff on it. But I am gonna lose weight in other areas. Radiator, things like that. Things that will allow me or not allow me to drive this thing every day. You know, it's gonna be a race, a big wheel race car.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to just do that to my donk, I'd sell my donk and then start out with something not as nice. I'm still gonna make this thing nice. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be
Ain't
fucking
gonna be no
nice. It's gonna have, you know, Corleone 26s on it. It's gonna have nice paint. You know, I mean, I still have my dad who can paint.
That fool can paint.
Yes, when he wants to, he can paint. So, and I'm guessing that if anybody is a fan of ours, you know what color I'm gonna paint this to. But anyway, so we have looked around and looked around. I found a couple in Texas, but the biggest thing that I'm gonna go out here and say is the fact that I'm gonna do up a 74.
Man, there's some people's heads exploding right now.
They're gonna be some mad people because in the donk world, man, there's
The 74 is the ugly duckling. Let's just call it what it is.
It is. 74 in a lot of people's eyes is the ugliest donk that they make. And to be honest with you, all the donks look the same except the tail lights and the front fascia, which is the headlights and the grille. You know, the bumpers are different.
Yeah.
But other than that, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that all the hoods, all the doors, all the quarter panels, they're all the same. Okay. Trim is different, but body panels themselves is the same. So, it's just something I want to do. Sometimes I like to pet the cat backwards, you know, pet the cat backwards. I just want to do it for my own reasons. I don't think 74s are the ugliest.
When they're done right, they're as good looking as the rest of them.
When they're done right, they're fucking awesome.
There's that redwood in OKC that rolled around with us that one time. That thing.
And that is probably whenever I saw that car is whenever I became a 74 fan.
Yep.
I'm a fan of all of them, don't get me wrong. And in my opinion, and like I said, this is only my opinion, Ace is the king. There's going to be some people that argue with that.
Oh yeah.
But in my opinion, the 71, the Ace, king of the donks. And I think there's no argument that a vert is a king of all kings. So if you have a 71 and it's a vert,
Yeah.
then you got gold. Especially these days. This may or may not be true. I literally heard they only made 2,000 of them. You think that's true?
If so,
That's what I heard.
if so, it's a lot of fun.
Hey, look, man, there's a lot of people out there making fake ones.
Oh yeah, we found one.
Putting the front end and putting the trunk lid and the tail lights and everything in them. And I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm gonna race something.
Yeah.
So, look, man, it's your car. Do what you want with it. We've shit on some people for doing some stuff before. But we've also said in the past that we are car enthusiasts. And anything that you do to fix your car up, and whether that be make it faster, make it prettier in your eyes, or whatever you want to do, as long as you're out doing something with your ride and you appreciate the stuff that you've done to it,
Respect.
then that's respect right there. And nothing else. There's no hate. There's a little bit of hate, I think, because there's some stupid shit that people are doing out there.
Absolutely. But do you?
But hey, baby, you do you. So there's probably some stuff that I do. Like right now, everybody, God damn, why are you doing a 74?
Yep. Yep.
Look, man, the 74 got the big grill in the front. Kind of looked like an old Cadillac, So I just want to do it because, well, first off, I thought it might be easier to find a 74.
They ain't none of them easy to find.
Ain't none of them easy to find, man. When you're talking about a vert, a donk vert, they're hard to find. And when you find one, there's no middle of them all. Either they're nice or it's a pile of shit and it needs floorboards, it needs a trunk pan, it needs quarter panels, it needs all that stuff.
Yes.
So anyway, and the ones that look like the ladder that I just said, the trim's gonna be shit on them. The bumpers are gonna need to be re-chromed. And when you talk about this type of stuff, and I don't want to offend anybody, but a donk race is not only a race, it is also a car show. So
You gotta be able to stunt on a motherfucker if need be.
There's more stunting at a donk race than I've ever seen in my life, and that's what it's about.
I'm with it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
I'm cool with it. So it's just different, dude.
Yeah.
It is a different culture, and it's different for us. We are not a part of that culture, but we love that culture.
Yes, 100%.
We had a great time at that donk race that we went to. We want to join in.
It's hard to sit around and watch all those guys having all the fun and us not be able to have fun with them.
Anytime we're at the track, we have a good time. And I'm telling you right now, man, if I went to an import race, I'd be going, oh shit, I need a Supra. Man, I got to have a Supra.
Yep.
And I'd be looking for a Supra. That's why I try to stay away from import races. Because I don't hate on imports either. I like imports too. Especially that Opala.
Man, you gotta take import of Opala someday.
Man, I think so too.
The yellow with black stripe one.
Yes. So, I can't have one of everything though. I'm trying.
It's a terrible attitude.
I'm trying, but like I said, so in a roundabout way, this is our way of telling you we found one in Florida. I mean, it's kind of in Florida. Like,
It's something.
is there
like Florida.
any parts of Florida that people don't? I'm sure people in Miami go, oh man, Tallahassee, that ain't Florida. You know what I mean? Like, because we say that about Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
We know Texas say that about Amarillo.
Oh yeah.
They're like, man, that's the armpit of Texas.
Yeah, that's Western Oklahoma.
Amarillo is the armpit of Texas. We know Texans say that. I've heard them say it. And I laugh every time because my wife is from Amarillo. So I literally laugh at her all the time. And I go, I understand what they're talking about because I've been there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of into Florida. It is 15 hours from Oklahoma.
It definitely ain't Oklahoma.
Where are we headed to? What's the town?
Panama City.
Panama City is the name of the town. It right by, it looked to me on the map like it's right by the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
So, what's crazy is the guy is a racer that we're going to get this thing from. He got a small tire radial car, but seemed like a cool dude. We're going to check this thing out, and when I say check it out, we're going to bring this thing home.
Yeah, we ain't driving 15 hours and coming home with an empty trailer.
So the car though is way nicer than what I anticipated starting with.
It does look
But
nice.
I won't really know that until I get there. The car has already had all that stuff that I talked about earlier. It's had floor pans put in it. It had a trunk pan put in it. It had quarter panels put on it. The bumpers are good. All the chrome is good. It's full interior. Everything is there. It's a complete car disassembled.
Perfect.
So, they have already went as far as to paint the frame. They have undercoated the bottom of the car. And it seems like they're on their way to a really nice car. You know, and like
they
I
had
said,
big plans for it.
like I said, 74, man. I want a 74. And for some reason, the whole 74 thing, if this car doesn't pan out, I'll find another 74.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep on looking until I find a 74. Because I've made up my mind, I want a 74. And aside from finding an ace, which ain't gonna happen, I'm getting a 74.
With that said, please don't send us a bunch of ads for 74 Impalas.
Why? What if they're good deals?
If they know the dude or they're selling it, fine. But chances are you've done seen the ad if it's out there.
Yeah. And the good thing about that is though, is there's not that many. So like an ace, maybe 2 comes up for sale a year.
And they're
They are expensive, or they need to be completely redone. Which is
you're either going to spend 80 grand on it, or you're going to, either way you're spending 80 grand on it. It's going to be nice and done for 80, or you're going to spend 80
gonna
fixing it up.
spend 100 fixing it up, or you're going to buy it for 80.
Yep. There you go. Yes.
So, with that being said, we were looking at one in Dallas, and a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper.
Half the price.
Yes, half the price, but triple the work.
Yeah.
Because it needs all that stuff that we talked about. And I don't want to put Dad through all that work. So this one, and I feel like the dude's pretty honest. I'll know as soon as I look at the car, but I feel like the dude has been pretty honest with me. The ad doesn't say ready for paint. A lot of people are like, man, ready for your vision.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You paint it, it's ready. Yeah, I mean, we've sold cars like that. That's how Phantom sold is. So, but Phantom's needed all that stuff we're talking about right now.
Yep.
And his was a 75. 75 is the most produced vert out there. That's what I got, and I love it.
Yep.
You know?
Same.
So, like I said, that goes back to love your ride. You know? I love my ride. I'm fixing to love a 74.
Mm-hmm.
So, the dude says in the ad, not paint ready, final sand away from being paint ready.
Fair enough.
Dude, that seems honest to me.
Yeah.
And if we can get the car, block it, if it's got a good foundation, we get the car, we block it, it looks in the pictures like it's got good lines. It looks like they did a pretty decent job. Of course, I haven't seen any of the welding where they put anything in, but it looks pretty good. And we're gonna race the thing. At the end of the day, we're gonna race it. But literally, there's nothing. Like, there's not a dash in the car. There is absolutely, it didn't look to me like there was one wire in the car.
Perfect.
There's nothing in the car. So we have to put this whole deal together, which, for the right car, we're cool with it.
Yep.
Because we want it down to bare bones anyways. My car has got sound deadening, Dynamat all the way through it.
It's got big bones.
Yes, it's got them old. It's a big bone girl.
Yeah.
You know, so we'd have to take all that stuff out to try to lose weight. And this one, we ain't got to take nothing out of it. We just don't have to put the stuff back on it.
Exactly.
So we can pick and choose what we want to put on this car. If all the chrome and everything looks good, and I don't have to redo any of that, because at the end of the day, from the outside, this thing's still going to look beautiful. 15 hours. 15 hours worth of driving.
There you go.
I'd like to drive all night and get there by noon tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I've already been yawning a little bit, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I'd definitely like to make it past Memphis, but I don't know. We'll see. We ain't even. I mean, we're only however long we've been talking on this deal.
We're still in Oklahoma.
We're
ain't
only
even made it to Oklahoma
however
yet.
long we've been talking on this video is how far outside Oklahoma City we are.
Yeah.
So we're literally just now got into this trip.
We've got a while.
Yeah, we ain't even went through a quarter tank of gas.
No, we're gonna have to stop before we need gas. I need water.
Yeah,
Thirsty.
So, but anyways, that's the deal. And just because we're going to get this deal doesn't mean to look for us in the donk game in 2 months.
No.
Because it ain't gonna happen. We're still doing all of our stuff. We're still about to start filming Street Outlaws. We still have the OG car to build, to put together.
I keep forgetting about it.
Yes, which is in paint right now. Dad should be painting it in the next day or two. So this is gonna be a work on while we can, and Don Dial do this chassis work for us type thing. And then after that, we'll get that motor in it, we'll get that turbo on it, and we'll make it ride.
Start testing.
So, but it could be winter time before we get this thing even close to ready. We just don't really know. But we definitely want to take you guys with us, and that way you can see what we've done to this deal. But I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. This is a different type of racing than what we're used to. We don't hold anything back.
Not with our racing that we do, because
No.
we're stepping into the world of grudge now, where there has to be secrets. You have to have a leg up on your opponent any way you can.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff that we do that I'm not going to show you guys. And it's just part of it. I'm going to show you a lot, but man, we ain't seen nobody pop their hood.
Nah.
Cut the Check showed us under their probably what is probably the sickest looking.
Sold me on boxes.
Box Chevy I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Boost Doctors is badass too.
Both of them cars
Both
together.
of them are the sickest boxes I've ever seen, and they have made Phantom on a box now. So before long, we're going to show you guys Phantom's box Chevy, but that's
Here in
coming.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's coming. So there's going to be some secrets, and we're not good at secrets. We'll definitely tell you guys what kind of power it makes.
Oh yeah.
We'll show you what we're putting in it and all that.
You know,
But
look for dyno videos. You know, we'll take you to the races with us, testing all that stuff.
yes.
But
As far as showing you what we do to the suspension and things like that, man, we're gonna have some secrets. That's just part of it, because the one thing that we don't want, and I'm not saying that this would ever fucking happen, but I know how grudge racing is. We don't want to get this thing fucking built and then nobody races.
just waste all that time and money and not have anywhere to race it would suck.
Because at the end of the day, we're still following all the rules. And this thing is still gonna have the stock frame under it. And it's gonna be stock. The car's gonna be stock. We're not cutting the firewall out. We're not doing anything crazy like that. So, still gonna have a stock firewall. Still gonna have the old QA1 A-arms on the front. It's still gonna have the original style rear end in it. You know, it's just gonna have a quick performance badge on it, you know?
Yep.
But it's still gonna have all the stuff that make this thing an original car. We're just gonna modify some stuff.
Yeah, modified.
Modify. So,
by pros.
yes.
Pro modified.
Pro. So this deal is going to be pro modified, to let you guys know.
Yep.
But it's not going to be a pro mod.
Yep.
Just pro modified. What does pro mod stand for? Is that short for pro modified?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is going to be pro modified, but not a pro mod.
Yeah, way different.
There
way
is
different.
a difference.
Way different.
So, okay, we're going in here to get something to drink. We'll touch base with you.
You know, if anything interesting happens, or when we get there to look at it.
That's right.
I feel like they gave us the wrong address.
Man, we are in the middle of nothing.
Like we literally just turned off a dirt road. Like, there was 2 roads that you could have turned on that were dirt, and then there was another one that wasn't. And luckily, that's the one we got to go down. But otherwise, it was dirt roads from here on out.
Yeah, but it says that we're literally fixing to pull up.
Quarter mile, supposedly.
Right here.
I mean, this is even more out in the middle of nowhere than Tom's. Oh, is that it?
It is. 83.
Oh, yeah. Vickers. Huh. Okay,
Wow.
well, guess we'll pull in here and see what we're getting ourselves into.
Damn. It says stop. Smile, you're on camera, all kinds of shit. Oh, there's some people right there, though. Not be what I want, you know?
All right, so we made it here. We're probably not taking this car home.
It doesn't really sound like it. I like the car. The dude did good body work on it. Dad would be way happier with me bringing this home
Than what we're gonna bring him home anyway.
than what I'll probably end up finding. But the thing got a 75 front end on it, and I already went over the whole deal about how I really wanted a 74, and it's a deal breaker for me.
Yep.
You know, so the car itself is in really good shape. This man right here's put in a lot of time and a lot of work on it. The guy that owns the car actually said he's got a buddy who's got a clip off a 74, and if he comes through with that in the next hour or so, in the amount of time that it takes us to deliver this car that we brought all the way from Oklahoma for a homie of ours, then we may swing back by here, but you know how that goes.
There was another hidden treasure here.
No, this dude right here called us to the side. Sir, what's your name?
Johnny Vickers.
Johnny? Johnny Vickers pulls us to the side and says, guys, check this out. He can tell that we're car lovers. He can see that, you know, that we love all things automobilia.
Yes,
you
there
know?
you go. There
That's
you go.
us.
That's a good word right there.
Us. So he took us in this little shed in here. You want to come back in here with us?
So I thought I had a big collection of things.
I'm not real sure.
Johnny, don't show him the house.
Like, I'm not real sure that, you know, see.
Yeah, there he goes with his
sometimes I
goosebumps.
get my goosebumps, you know, but something like this right here, to me, it doesn't get any cooler than this.
I mean,
Look at this.
just die cast everywhere. Just hanging up.
Just Hot Wheels stacked upon Hot Wheels in here, you know, and you know, the die casts are cool, but man, the Hot Wheels is where it's at for me.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're a kid, man, and you go in there and they're 89 cents, you know, at Walmart or Kmart, you know, whatever it was that you went to, and you used to beg your parents, man, and you know, my parents 9 out of 10 times said no.
Yeah.
You know, because 89 cents.
You want to eat or you want Hot Wheels?
Yeah, exactly. Look, we're trying to buy mustard sandwiches over here, you know. So, you know, a lot of times it was a no for me, but I'm not gonna cry about it. I had a lot of Hot Wheels. You know what I mean? We had a lot.
This is what me and my dad did when I was a kid. Was we collected die casts and we just got thousands of them.
We didn't collect nothing. Like if we got something, if it wasn't a hand-me-down or something that we stole from one of the neighbor kids, then we opened it up right then and played with it.
Oh man,
you know?
I never opened
and my
mine.
brother still has a whole lot of them. You know, which
this is
just cool to see stuff like this right here.
This is cool, man. Just from all eras, die cast.
Yes. And you can tell he's a racer because look at all those. They're all racers.
Yep.
Whereas me, I'd have the one with, you know, with the big motor sticking out,
and
all the futuristic cars,
Yep.
you know, and then he's got pictures of him up here whenever he raced, you know.
Number 5.
Number 5. So, hey, 15 hours to come look at a car, man, the car isn't. The car's what we thought. It just didn't have all the parts. And I'm pretty sure that we said that on the way down here, that's the big thing with these cars. The big tickets that you pay for these cars, it's because of all the little things. You know, chrome down the side, all the moldings, the right stuff. If I buy a 74, man, it ain't going to have a 75 front end on it. It's just, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not, like we said earlier, we don't care if it's a real ace or not. we don't mind funny stunting some things.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a 74 strictly for the front fascia.
Yep.
And that's what I want.
And that's what's going.
And this is a deal that I'm not bending on it. I'm not folding on it. Yep. You know, I break on a lot of the things that I always say. This is all I'm going to do. I'm never going to do this. Hey, I fold like a lawn chair. This, I'm not doing it. So basically, we drove a long ways. We slept 3 hours last night. Got up this morning. We drove till 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. We were back on the road at 8 this morning. I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm dieting, so I'm not in the best of moods, you know. Usually whenever things don't go well for me, I'm going to stop and eat, and everything's
eat our
good.
feelings,
and everything's good.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really do that right now. So we do have another stop along the way home if this guy doesn't come through with the 74 front clip.
Yeah.
You know, but literally he's got about an hour. And if I've learned one thing in all of my years of knowledge, and I'm telling you, this is some of probably the best advice I've ever given. Don't wait on somebody else.
No.
I can't. I don't know this guy. He could be the most trustworthy guy ever. I don't care who it is, man. If somebody tells me, hey, man, I'm going to know in an hour. Well, he's dependent on somebody else. So it never works out.
Yep.
So if we go, say we just sit in a parking lot somewhere and wait, man, we could be waiting until tomorrow. And that's just
by tomorrow we could be home.
Tomorrow I could be home. You know, I'm literally, what time is it, 4? I'm literally missing Aiden's baseball game right now. You know? So that kind of, that's on my mind too. You know, so little things like that, time is money, and right now we're going to deliver this car for a buddy, and then if we ain't heard from him, man, we're hitting the road.
Yep, gotta roll.
But man, hey, like I said,
nice
thank you so much, man.
I'll watch on.
Well, we appreciate it, and we think it's awesome. We love to see stuff like this, and I tell you what, man, that right there made the trip worth it.
For sure.
Go. I mean, dude, I can't look. I can't help it, man.
Him and his damn
like
goosebumps.
I get goosebumps whenever I see something that I think is awesome, man. And that was really cool. So.
All right, so we're on, I guess this would be day 3 of our little road trip here to find a race donk. We're up here close to Huntsville, Alabama, and we have made an agreement, found one. So Shawn's over here counting out some money. They're over there putting different wheels on it as part of the agreement.
Man, if the tires were better and they were actually, we could roll on them and all that, I'd just offer him more to leave them on it. But the wheels don't really matter to me. But I'd like for something to be on it for whenever we do the chassis work.
Yeah. So a little change of plans.
We just made a little sweeter deal, and I don't have to take as much money away from what I know is 15 right here.
There you go.
So basically, man, I told him, don't take the wheels off. I offered him more cash. Leave them on there. That way I know whenever we're mocking everything up on the car, here you go. And then whenever I get done, I can sell the wheels. I can do whatever I want, you know? So basically, I offered him about what I thought I could sell those wheels for, more for the car. So bottom line, man, I'm finna hand this dude 14 grand, and we're gonna take this donk home.
Let's go take a look at it. Let's show him what we're bringing home here to get in the donk or big wheel racing.
You go walk around it. Let me
okay. So this is it right here, 74 Caprice Convertible. It's got a big block in it, AC car, all the cool stuff, and we're gonna rip it out. Make it lightweight. Got the 26s on it, Lexani's, custom. We know a lot of people don't like the 74, and that's kind of why Shawn settled on a 74. The more I look at them, the more I like them.
So it's in pretty good shape. Like it's got some rusts, but all these cars have been set and due. So we ain't worried about that. We'll, we got Dad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
As far as trunk pan, stuff like that.
That's just light.
Rust is lighter. So, you know, it needs some work through here. That's from slamming the door right there and moving this whole deal.
yeah.
You know, it got rust here, it got rust here, but don't even matter, man.
Yep.
So interior don't look bad. We can have it redone. The main part of this whole deal is everything is here.
Yes.
We're not gonna have to find any parts. The bumpers are good, the grill's good,
The trim's in pretty
all
good
the
shape.
trim is in pretty good shape, you know. So and that's what sold the car, 100%.
Bottom line. So they're just clearing this thing out, and we're gonna
Yep.
winch it on the trailer and roll.
Yep. All these bumper fillers that aren't here, that don't even matter. We'll cut all that off. We'll suck this bumper up and fit it closer to the body to where we don't have to have those.
No, it is pretty clean. Like even this stuff here is in better shape than what that other car
And
was.
all this stuff
and-
will clean up good too.
Oh yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
hit that with
It
some
ain't
4-aught.
broke. It ain't broke. Everything is good. There's no dents. There's dent right there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But man, that's minor.
Yeah.
That's little shit. So all in all, man, hey, we drove a long ways and looked at one we didn't get. You know, this one was on the way home and we're cool with it.
Man, he's got a couple cool things here too, like that old 71 over there.
There's an Ace right there.
Ace Vert, very rare.
Yeah.
Working on it, gonna do a full restore on it.
Gonna bring that deal back. So the top is a little iffy, to say the least. So we're gonna leave the top down whenever we load it up. That way
It's better to have it
we ain't
down.
gonna lose anything on
There
the
you
way
go.
home. So I'm not worried about the top itself, not the material on the top. I'm worried about the rack.
Right.
So I don't want to hurt the rack, and if the wind catches it, and you know, so we're gonna put the top down for whenever we roll home. We'll leave the windows up. He did fire it up for us. It does run.
The big block does sound pretty good.
And it does. It sounds pretty good. And that's why I went ahead and like he gave me a couple options here. I could buy the car as a roller. I could buy the car the way it sits right now, or I could buy the car with no wheels on it. But man, we're ready to get home.
Yep.
You know, and we're still money in my pocket from what we went and looked at that other one for.
Yep.
So this one, at the end of the day, this one's still cheaper than the one that we drove all the way to Florida to look at.
Yeah.
So, you know, all we were out was a little bit of time, but
And we had to
now-
drive down a dirt road to get to this one.
yeah. But now we're going home with, you know, an original 74, which is what we wanted.
So there it is, another week, another road trip. We're getting better. Usually when we go somewhere, we just go ahead and buy the first thing that we come across. So we're getting better. We didn't buy that first one because it wasn't exactly what Shawn wanted. So as Shawn does, he got on Marketplace, found another one up here in Huntsville. Got here, it's as advertised, even a little bit nicer than what the pics look. So we're taking it home. We're going to get it home, strip it down, and then straight to Don Dial so he can do what Don Dial does. So unless anything interesting happens on the way home, this will be the end of the video. As always, thank you guys very much for the support of the channel. Help us keep growing. We'll see you all April 2nd at the Freedom 500 at the Freedom Factory in Bradenton, Florida. Shawn's going to be racing in Cletus's race, so stay tuned for that. We'll have plenty of video of that, and we'll have plenty of more videos on our channel, so stick around and see you guys later.